Piramal, the chairman of VIP, joining in the show right now. Dilip, hi, good morning. You've come out clearly with a strong set of Q1 numbers. It's almost a peak quarter with no disruptions. Revenue as well was higher versus pre-COVID levels. Tell me what aided the improvement in the domestic passenger traffic, the wedding dates. I'm guessing all of it would have contributed to your growth. And also, do you think in the coming quarters then the revenue is going to normalize?
Well, it appears so because things are getting back to normal. And, the first quarter is our largest quarter. It is driven by travel, firstly. And this is the peak travel season. And then there is the marriage season also, which in the eastern part of the country is a very strong driver for us. So all these events have happened. And we've had a very good first quarter. Our margins could have been better because our transition into our own manufacturing as against buying from China had to be accelerated last year because it all happened so suddenly and COVID was so strong and there was so much disruption in China that this transition has been a little bit expensive at the moment because we were not geared up for such large manufacturing of our own. So many of our input costs have been at higher prices than what they ideally should be. And I think in the coming months or throughout the whole year, we will have better control on that. And definitely we hope to make some savings there. And of course, the inflationary pressures are there in the external environment. All that depends, costs also depend on that. But internally, we will be able to make some better savings. So I feel that we'll be better organized on the supply chain side as the years come or as the months go by. We'll definitely have much better control. So I think that is something we can look forward to.
Be on target for that 18 to 20% EBITDA margin guidance that you've set out, or do you think there is scope that you could actually better it?
No, well, see, the guidance in the first quarter, the EBITDA is higher because our sales volume is the highest in the first quarter. So as we go down, in the next 3 quarters, the sales are slightly lower. But we hope, let us see. It is, even if we can average this, it will be very good for the whole year.
Mr. Piramal, could you break down your performance in terms of the value and the volume growth? Because this time around, I understand the volume growth at 8% was at quite a record high level. Going forward, what's the target for the entire year as far as the volume growth is concerned?
See, COVID is not fully gone, and there have been so much uncertainties in the last 2 years that we are not making any statements. But on the whole, we will definitely be better than our base year, which is 1920. The COVID started in March 20. So we take base year as 1920. We will definitely have similar type of improvements.
About the mix as far as the overall product profile is concerned, hard luggage versus soft luggage, what's the contribution right now, what it is likely to go up to, and overall what kind of shift you are expecting and what's been the demand, let's say, for the bag segment from the school side, the wedding season, etc.?
Yes, let me first tell you, between hard luggage and soft luggage, the trend is definitely moving towards hard luggage. In fact, internationally, it is gone about 75% is hard luggage today in international markets. I mean, we are a very, very insignificant player in international market, but I'm just telling you the trends, which was about 10 years ago was the other way around. 75% of that was soft luggage. In India, it is about, especially in uprights. See, again, the market in India or in the luggage market has to be divided between uprights, which are suitcases, and which are both in hard and soft luggage, and then there is backpacks, which are essentially soft luggage. So in the uprights, the ratio is about 40% hard luggage and 50% soft luggage, or it could be equal also. I am not exactly very clear because there are some divisions which sort of get into both sectors, hard and soft. Our sales have been very good there. We fared quite poorly in the backpack segment because that is the area where we suffered most because of this transition between from China to Bangladesh and even our own Indian outsourcing, because there are so many designs and it's a very, very fragmented market. And we had some loss of market share in that segment. But I see that in a positive way, that there is so much scope for us to increase our market share and increase our overall sales.
My next question to you, Mr. Piramal, with respect to market share and the competitiveness with your peers, the likes of Safari, etc., how's that faring? Have you been able to increase your market share, and what kind of new launches you have in store?
We don't have the figures for our two major competitors because they haven't published the results as yet. So, but our own feeling is that we have definitely maintained our market share, and once we see the other figures, we will know whether we have gained any market share or not. And new launches are there all the time. It's a very sort of continuous process. And we have more than 200 new ranges in a year across the line of our products. So that is a very continuous process, but we've introduced biometric locking in hard luggage. And that is one thing which is very, very, we've done it for the first time. But otherwise, new designs and all keep coming all the time. Every week there is something or the other. And we have such a large range also. We have, I think, one of the largest ranges in the world, probably the largest range in the world.
Sure. Dilip, just one more question before we let you go. I understand that there has been some impact because of the closure of Future Group stores. And I'm guessing about 15% of your revenues pre-pandemic did come from them.
Yes.
Will this continue to impact, further as majority of stores still remain closed amid all these legal proceedings, etc., that we've been seeing?
No, not really, because see, Future Group, we are not expecting much revenue from that group. And I would say 50% of the sales have been taken up by other channels, other stores. So it'll only get better. It will not get worse. Means what has happened with the Future Group, and we've taken large write-offs. And so that is all now in the past. And going forward, we should definitely be improving, getting back those sales from various channels.
Got it. Great having you then on the show today, Mr. Piramal. Good speaking with you as always.
Thank you.
That's the word coming in from VIP.